The N-word. First off, no. No, it's not. Do you know how I know it's not? I said to him, is because we're saying the word midget, and we're not even saying what the N-word is. If you're comparing the badness of two words, and you won't even say one of them, that's the worst word. So we get into this argument, we're going back and forth. He goes, you can't put that word on TV. And I said, I want to. And he goes, if you put that word on TV, there could be a protest of midgets on this building. And I said, promise?
I come from a broken home, which is not that unusual these days. My parents used to always threaten each other with divorce. And you hear that as a little kid and you think, that's the worst thing that one person could ever say to another person. Now I'm married, not that bad. I love my wife, it would hurt if she left, but there would be good days. I don't know what it's like at your house, but at my house, the day I get to go canoeing with somebody else and don't have to do all the paddling would be at the top of the good day list. I live on a river, my wife said, let's get a canoe. Let's paddle upstream, let's float back down. I don't think my wife knows what let's means. Because I got into the canoe and I started paddling, I looked up, she had not brought a paddle onto the canoe. I said, what's going on up there? She goes, I'm taking pictures. Well, you could sketch it because we're not moving. And I'm in the back and I don't realize that you have to keep moving your paddle from side to side when no one's paddling up front. Because you steer. So 3 big swipes out of me and we are now in the side of the riverbank. And she turns around and says, what are you doing back there? And I was like, oh, I will kill you.
I'm in Nebraska, I'm doing a show in Nebraska. I had to pee, so I'm on the side of the road, I'm peeing, right? I get done peeing, I look to my left, it's a big ass ostrich looking at me while I'm peeing. He was standing on one leg like this. His body was facing this way, but his head was like this. Now, I didn't know what it was, so I didn't say anything. My friend got out of the car, he's like, yo, what's that? I was like, I don't know. It's like a big ass man pigeon. I don't know what it is, right? He's like, that ain't no man pigeon. I was like, it is a man pigeon. He took a pen, he threw an ink pen at it, right? As soon as he threw the pen at it, hit the ostrich in the chest. As soon as he hit the ostrich, his other leg came down. His body was still facing this way, but his head was still like this. Now, when his leg came down, this is when the bitch started to come out of me a little bit. I was like, you know what? We should probably go get back in the car because we don't really know what that means. You know what I mean? Like that.
Bikes! I get like verbal tics, you know. I don't have Tourette's. I wish I did. It looks fun. I'll just yell shit. It's like a hook on a catchy song, except it's just stuff that I watch. And then, bikes! I just yell it, you know, over and over. Only like 2 or 3 million times. But I'm obsessed with the show Scared Straight. If you've never seen it, it's tremendous. Here's what they do. In the show, they take kids, middle school and high school kids that are getting in trouble a lot, and they send them to jail for a day. And the idea is that jail will scare the fuck out of the kid, and then he'll get his life together, hence Scared Straight. It's tremendous. I'm obsessed with one episode. It aired once in 1999. Here's what's great. It aired uncensored, which is bananas, and in this episode, they did not send the kids to jail like they normally do. Instead, they sent them to a maximum security penitentiary.
Last week, I stepped on a Lego with a bare foot and I almost murdered my whole family. Did you ever step on a Lego with a bare foot? Did you ever do it? It'll make you reevaluate your life choices. Everything you've ever held sacred in your life, out the window. Because you're just an innocent bystander. You're walking around your own house. You don't know. I got bare feet. Bam! You feel the pain starts here, but it travels quickly to your brain, and your brain's like, what the fuck is this? That's not the worst of it, okay? Because now you're jumping up and down trying to figure out when your foot's gonna fall off. But that's not the pain that you have to look for. Because let me tell you something, Legos are like cockroaches. Where you see one, there's 10 more hiding out in the shadows. You don't even know we're there. So now you're hopping up and down on one leg trying to figure out, and then all your weight lands on top of that second Lego, and your brain's like, shut this shit down. I hit the floor. I was crying, tears streaming down my face. I was writing letters to my sons in my head. I thought I was dead.
My son no longer lives with me. He went to 1 semester of college and didn't like it, and I get that. I didn't like college either, so that's fair for me. But he also didn't want to get a job. And that's where I drew the line, because I just can't. Then January 1st, I say, you owe me $400 rent. And then if you don't have a job by February 1st, I'm going to kick you out. If you do have a job by February 1st, I'm going to give you $200 of that $400 back. And we're going to call that a happy father rebate. And then if you have a job, the first of every month, you're going to pay me $200 rent for the rest of time until I kick you out permanently. And he goes, 200? What about 150 and I buy my own milk? Who in the fuck drinks $50 worth of milk in a year. Are you having bone problems? What's going on? It's probably why I can't find a job. He's a horrible negotiator. We'll give you $17 an hour. What about 16 and I'll drive myself here? Well, you would be expected 14. Okay, we're no longer hiring.
I went to the doctor, but I didn't expect him to be a dick. Usually they're not. I feel like in my experience, doctors are polite. Almost overly polite, where it's phony and condescending. I go in there, my doctor comes in, he doesn't say hello, he doesn't say good morning, he just walks in, he points at me, which is super aggressive, you know? To start a conversation with somebody like, hey man, you're like, hey, what's up, man? And he goes, do you want something for your hair? And I go, what? And he goes, do you want something for your